Hello guys, welcome back. Today we are diving deep into the frozen wastes to analyze one of the most imposing figures to ever grace the battlefield, Stark. If you haven't seen him yet, Stark is a titan of a man. A Viking-inspired warrior who carries a massive spike coffin not as a burden, but as a devastating weapon. He swings his iron-bound monolith with the same ease as a lesser man might swing a hatchet, and his arrival marks a significant shift in how we approach the Berserk-style meta in State of Survival. Stark is the ultimate anchor of any high-damage formation. In a game where the Berserk style focused heavily on direct, raw damage, Stark provides the necessary staying power and utility to ensure your glass cannons actually live long enough to fire. Let's break down why this coffin-wielding giant is an absolute must-have for your roster. First, let's talk about his offensive presence. Every 4 turns, Stark unleashes his signature move, spinning that spiked coffin and charging headlong into the fray. This isn't just for a show, it deals a staggering 480% damage to all enemy squads. However, the raw damage isn't even the best part. The true value lies in his freeze debuff. By applying 2 stacks that reduce enemy defense by 6% each, he effectively shreds 12% of the enemy's armor for 3 turns. For Berserk-focused army that thrives on hitting hard, this defense reduction acts as a massive force multiplier. The only real downside here is the 4-turn cooldown. Stark is a rhythmic fighter, meaning you have to survive the gaps between these massive rotations to see his full potential. But Stark isn't just swinging his coffin, he uses it as a fortress. Every 2 turns, he begins a preparation phase that lasts for another 2 turns before unfolding the coffin into a barrier of Razor Thorns. This skill is arguably his most powerful asset, granting all friendly squads a shield worth of a whopping 960%. This is an incredible amount of effective health. Furthermore, he punishes anyone brave or foolish enough to attack your shielded troops by reflecting 20% damage back at them through his thorns. While the 2-turn preparation time might seem like vulnerability, as he isn't providing the shield immediately, the sheer magnitude of the protection, once it lands, can turn a losing battle into a decisive victory. It forces the enemy to waste their biggest hits against a wall of spikes. But what truly cements Stark as a top-tier legendary hero, however, is his passive suppressing field. Right at the start of the battle, he slams his coffin down, and the impact is felt until the very end. He provides a permanent 24% damage reduction to all friendly Berserk-style squads. This is the missing piece for many players who find their Berserkers dying too quickly. Simultaneously, he weakens the opposition by applying 5 stacks of Enfeeble, permanently reducing enemy damage dealt by 10% for the entire duration of the fight. There is no counterplay to this. It is a flat, global debuff that makes your entire army inherently tankier. So why you should invest your precious golden fragments into Stark skills? The answer is synergy. The Berserk style is all about overwhelming force, but force is useless if your squads are whipped out in the opening seconds. Stark provides the perfect frontline support hybrid role. He softens the targets with defensive shredding, punishes attacker with thorns, and provides the highest shield value we have ever seen in a long time. By upgrading Stark's skills, you aren't just upgrading a single hero, you are upgrading the survivability of your entire Berserk formation. He turns a hit and run squad into a hit and stay powerhouse. If you want a hero who looks like a legend and performs like a god of war, Stark and his spiked Coffin are the best bet for dominating the wasteland. Keep him leveled, keep his skills maxed, and let the enemies break themselves against his Thorns. So the last question is, how do you plan to pair Stark with your current Berserk lineup to maximize that almost 1000% shield?